Today we're unboxing the Canon SL3. This is an amazing budget camera for anybody that wants to get started with doing video or photo because it comes in around $549, $649 depending on if you get the lens kit or not. And that's only about $100 more than maybe like the Canon T6 or T7. This just seems like the better option for a lot of things, especially because it now has 4K. If you're just doing photos, this has a 24.1 megapixel APS-C size sensor. It actually has the dual pixel autofocus embedded on the sensor itself. This is the first DSLR, Rebel series DSLR with that and having 4K, so this just seems like an awesome kit to just have and possibly use as either your first, second, or third camera. It seems like a great option for anybody that wants to learn photography and also wants to do a little bit of video on the side. Gonna get right into it. We're just gonna unbox it. We have our standard sheets up on the top. See, that's the body. I was expecting it to be a little lighter. Battery charger. This is gonna be the same battery as the Canon RP and also in the M50. So this is gonna get a similar battery life. What's actually incredible about this camera is you can get up to 1600 shots if you're not shooting in live view mode. And I guess that's the benefit of going with a DSLR version. If you're just looking to get a lot of photos, I mean, the M50 is similarly priced right now. So if you're looking to do a lot more photos, this is gonna have better battery life in that aspect. And then we get our 18 to 55 lens. 18 to 55 millimeter. You get a camera strap, you get your battery charger, you get a battery, you get your lens and your camera. So everything that you really need to get started except for an SD card. Let's take a look at the Canon SL3. This is a very light and small camera. They have a strange texture on the back of it. A nice grip on there. Let's turn it on. Oh, what's really nice is they have a full switch for going into video mode. So that's actually really helpful in case you're a vlogger, you're taking some pictures, whoop, switch right into video mode and start recording. That's really helpful. Let's pop this. 18 to 55 millimeter on here. So this would be some low light shots, I guess. Menu systems make it super easy to shoot. If you're a beginner, like it tells you like what these settings are changing and how it's gonna benefit or not benefit your pictures. The Canon SL3 is made to make doing photography a little bit easier, especially for the beginners. It has a lot of filters that you can use in its creative modes, along with some warp effects that make you look like you have a fisheye. Wouldn't quite use those for selfies, but you also get a ton of scene modes that help you when shooting children, animals, when in group shots, landscapes, and portraits. And that just makes doing photography a lot easier, and that's one of the reasons why I would recommend going for the SL3. I just want to compare the smooth skin effect to the regular effect. Really what I want to see is it good? Is it going to benefit you at all? Should you do this if you're going to be posting this to Facebook or Instagram? I'm going to take one with the smooth skin, and then we're going to switch it to the regular portrait effect, which should be doing the same thing, except it's not going to be affecting my skin at all. I think it also gave me a slight tan. The background looks a little bit more blurry. Yeah, so then it really smoothens out the skin. Would I use it all the time? If you have like Lightroom or Photoshop editing skills, at the very least, like you could just draw lines on your face and heal them up. Otherwise, it looks like it's a great effect, and if you're looking to just be posting this to Instagram or Facebook, like these pictures are gonna look fantastically smooth. It's a cool effect. A lot of smartphones are doing it now, so it makes sense that the DSLRs are going to do it. It's good for beginners, but if you're a professional, I would not recommend doing that. Just use the software and get through it like that. Super fast autofocus, really. And it's super accurate. You get 9 points of AF with this, so you can select immediately where you want to focus. So with that, this is probably this is really fast. This is super quick. Let's try some close-up things. I bet we can find some flowers somewhere. Okay, I took some pictures. I just want to see how these turned out. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking to become a macro photographer, this could be a great start to that. I didn't really test out the video yet, so let's hop over into video and let's record some short bits. But this is the video quality coming out of the SL3 at 1080p at 30 frames per second with the internal microphone. So if this is something that you're interested in, this is what comes out of the camera directly. I'm guessing this is probably just standard Canon video, so it's going to be good. It's got that dual pixel autofocus with eye detection now, so my eyes should be super sharp. I should be in focus the entire time. If I pop a hand in there up close, hands in focus, I should be in focus immediately. It's just Canon's great dual pixel autofocus that they've had for a few years now, and it's available in this Rebel series T3 with eye detection now. So that's just amazing, great stuff that Canon's had for a while. Okay, this is pretty significant. This is the 4K on the SL3. This is not with the dual pixel autofocus, so if I pop something in there, it may do a good job of focusing to it, but if it does poorly, it's just because it's not dual pixel. They're using a contrast and phase detect autofocus, so it's a different system. I think that they're gonna figure that out soon, hopefully, but for now, this is what we have to deal with. So I guess like if you're doing any vlogging in 4K, really what you'd have to do is set your camera somewhere. I guess it could be good for detail shots, but the whole other thing with it is like, with the 4K, it feels like I'm zoomed all the way in. Really what I think a lot of people are gonna be utilizing is 1080p at 60 frames per second, just because it's gonna be that quick, super fast autofocus with everything. So that's the video quality, picture quality at the SL3. Great camera. I think that this is meant for anybody that wants to get started with vlogging. I think it's meant for anybody that wants to up their picture game on Instagram or Facebook, just because it has those simple scene modes and just the filter modes as well to just make interesting photos that will look cool on those platforms. If you're looking to get into professional photography, this is definitely a stepping stone for that, because you can fiddle around with video, you can fiddle around with photo, and it's not that big of an investment to get into photography, especially with today's standards of $1,000 cameras everywhere. This is kind of a treat from Canon. Here at NormanCamera, we're selling the SL3 for $600 with a $50 rebate, so $549 here at NormanCamera. And then with the lens kit, so the 18 to 55mm with the SL3 body black or white, it's going to be $749 with a $100 rebate, so you're actually getting it for $649. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.